Dark winter.
Hey guys, it's Spectre here, bringing you my first video on my new channel for The Division. I'll be posting content every day this week in celebration for the channel's launch. The Division has been this sort of mystery for the majority of its development, but lately a lot of tasty details and footage have dropped, so I wanted to break it all down and speculate on what's to come. I'll be posting more videos about the city itself as well, as I actually live in Manhattan and can relate some more speculation on that front too. So let's get started. For the first video in this series, I wanted to focus on some of the single-player aspects of the game, as well as the UI. The first cool thing we come across in the leaked gameplay are these echoes. Essentially, they give you a glimpse into the events that took place as the city collapsed. This will be some cool insight into more backstory, and it even awards you some XP when you find it. Also, that distinctive 3D map is still in the game and gives us some pretty cool information. I was happy to see that all the neighborhoods are accurately named, and not only that, the UI actually lets you know what level enemies you'll find there. If you also notice, there's a button for matchmaking, so no more using LFG sites like in some other social shooters. And a final note on the map, I'm happy to see that it's not full of icons for you to go find like in other Ubisoft games, where they'll point you to things like watchtowers that you have to scale to unlock even more annoying and map cluttering icons. And even later in the gameplay, we can see that the quest rewards are already spelled out for you. While you're walking around, a cool GPS indicator sort of floats above you, highlighting the path to your marked mission or custom marker. It seems like a cool decision. That way you don't spend half the time either looking at the floor or at a mini-map, but you can keep your heads up. Aside from just hearing radio chatter, the Division seems to feature skippable cutscenes.
Agent, we need our base up and running, and we need to show the people of New York they're getting their city back. Our base of operations has potential, but right now it's a piece of shit and we've got no one to staff it. To get this place where it needs to be, we need people who know what they're doing.
Okay.
Hey, bad news. I'm not gonna be able to get out there. Not with my goddamn leg like this. I'll do what I can from here, but it's not the same. You have no idea how much I wanted to be in the field. I trained for a scenario like this my entire life, but it's worse than anything we could have imagined. You know how they won't let you get too close to anyone, so it won't mess you up when you're finally activated? Well, I did that, and it didn't fucking work. I'm attached. These are my people. This is my city. We're taking it back. Oh.
Look, you need to...
Yeah, okay. Okay. They're counting on us. Let's not let them down.
There seems to be some sort of crafting system, but it wasn't readily available in the alpha, so we'll learn more later. In terms of merchants, it seems that we can purchase new weapons that range from pistols to assault rifles, and even heavy weapons, and attachments like scopes and a few other things. Clothing can be bought as well, and that seems pretty cool. My only concerns are the prices so far. I mean, a new gun costs around 600 in-game credits, but then an attachment is about half that price, and then those attachments are about the same price as armor. It seems odd, although in games like this I wouldn't advise buying loot so early rather than just finding it. After a nice look into the menu, we can see a few new details too. It looks like we'll have two levels, a PvE-based level and a PvP Dark Zone-based level. Players will juggle 3 attributes: firearms, stamina, and electronics. In the next shot, we can see another hint to the crafting system, although it doesn't tell us too much. While the next section of the menu shows us group management, confirming that we can play with 3 friends and probably perform different roles for the group. The skill tree seems to branch 3 ways, going into medical, tech, and security. The first ability is Pulse, which lets you mark friendlies and enemies through walls, which sounds like a pretty cool first skill. While Sticky Bomb is the first tech skill, which sounds pretty self-explanatory. If you're a more tanky player though, the first security skill lets you pop a riot shield and cover yourself and your group, but you can only use a sidearm with it. It does look, however, that when you back out into the other menu again, you can see you only have 2 abilities active at a time, which could either be good or bad, because players can mix a few attributes or change them on the fly, so that if you need to be a tank in one situation, you could do that, or you could be a healer in another situation and switch it all up on the fly. And finally, it seems when you actually do set out on a mission, you can choose to find match-made partners for it once you get there, and even raise the difficulty for more rewards, which is an awesome feature that'll make the game more challenging and probably add to some replayability. Well, that's about it for today, but in my next video I'll go over some of the PvE combat and how that's looking this time around in the League gameplay. If you like what you see, hit that like button and subscribe for more content all about the Division. Thanks a lot, guys.
Dark winter.